Hi, this is for Virgo, July, mid-July to the end of July. Virgos that are in a love relationship, currently your situation seems to be unfolding very quickly. Evidence from lies, deception from the past are coming forward. Things are being uncovered. Things are being released to the universe. Things are coming out through karma. Paybacks are a bitch, and it's going to happen. Either that's you, Virgo, or it's your partner. There are many options, and I believe it's for your partner who has been getting involved in situations that they didn't need to be in. I also feel that there are some obstacles and challenges both in their job and their home life. Some of these either fire signs, or air signs that are involved with Virgo are pushing, and earth signs are pushing the limit, are trying to make things happen through negativity. They are bullying, pushing, shoving, verbally abusing you, or you are doing this to them. Someone is trying to make a situation controlled, a controlled environment. Somebody is trying to create control or take control. This is not a healthy relationship that I see Virgo involved in. I see Virgo looking in other directions, trying to figure out how to get out of this situation, also asking themselves, how the hell did I get in it? How did all this happen so fast? It feels like it was overnight to you, although I do feel there was red flags that you chose not to see in the beginning. Virgo, your love is strong. Your dedication is you're very loyal. You're trying so hard to create so much peace. And yet at the same time, every word that you say gets knocked out. Every question that you ask is, why are you questioning me? Is you're trying to intimidate me, or you're trying to get me to admit something that I didn't do. Either they're saying that to you, or you're saying that to them. It does feel like there is many different scenarios for different Virgos. There are options, there are questions, there are decisions that are going to have to be made. And the time is now. So, before things get worse, before your situation gets to the point where you can't fix it, or you feel so stuck and controlled you can't get out of it, I suggest you take a second look right now and figure out what you're dealing with. Know that the promises that they made are false, are empty. They're not coming to you with a full heart. They are only giving you as much as they need to in order to be in that door, your door. Some of you are there at nighttime, laying next to your partner, while they sleep quickly. They're snoring, they're out like a light. And you're laying there looking, tears coming out of your eyes, wondering what the hell. Why are you so emotional and upset about everything that's going on, and yet they fall asleep like a baby? No worries, no concern. They're just taking what they want from you, and you'll keep giving it. And you're the one that's laying there awake at night, can't sleep, looking at them while they're sound asleep, making all that damn noise, snoring, like I said. And a lot of you are lost. A lot of you have given up on yourself when you should have gave up on that relationship. You should have gave up on that person that's laying right next to you. You should have gave up on them, not yourself. Virgo, for those of you who are going through depression, going through heartache, feeling as if you don't know where to turn, know that there is the sun going, it's going to come out, it's going to shine. It's storming right now, it's raining, it's thundering, it's lightning. All the signs that you need to see, all the warnings that are telling you, get out. Get out. It's like that haunted house. Get out. Run now. So that's what you're hearing. That's what I'm telling you. That's the messages that I'm being told to tell you, is to get out. Find a way to say goodbye. If you don't dismiss this relationship that is so toxic, whether they're drinking or smoking or toking, whatever they're doing, it's not working. Some of you have kids involved. You're considering that. You don't want to take their kids from them. You feel bad. You want your child, your son or daughter, or both, to have their dad around. But is he really around? How much does he actually interact with them? Who's doing all the work? Who's washing their clothes? Who's giving them a bath? Who's making their food? Who's playing with them? Who's teaching them things? Who's picking them up from the babysitter? Who's doing all that? You, right? You. So, okay, he's working all day, you work all day. So what's the difference? It takes two parents to make a child, and it takes, or two people to make a child, and it takes two people to raise them when they're trying to do it together. Now, if you choose to walk away, then you'll be able to do the same things that you've been doing. You've been raising your child by yourself anyway. But, it is only fair that people step up and take the responsibility for their actions. Whether that's that they had children, whether that's they had an affair, whether that's that they created problems in the marriage. Someone that I'm speaking to right now found out that your partner was gay or bisexual. How do you handle that? How do you compete against the opposite sex? It's one thing to compete against another female, but how can you compete against a male? It's not really possible. It's a whole different category. So now you don't know what to do. You're worried about being sick. You're worried that, did you catch something? You're worried, did he always use have safe sex? Did he always use condoms or take precautions? Now you're wondering about that. That's for one or two of you out there. Don't be ashamed of what's going on. That wasn't your fault, and it's, his choice. But if he chose to be on the down low, or he chose to be gay, or chose to follow his desire to be with another male, then, nothing you could do about it. I don't judge anybody if they want to be with male or female, but what I don't like is pretending to be straight when in fact you are bisexual. Or if you just realize that you felt that you needed to experience this or experiment with it, you should talk to your partner. That's a respect thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Because you are now putting a lot of people at risk. If that's what he chooses to do, then let him go do it. Fine. You should be able to, part and respect his wishes, and he'll have to respect yours. Now, for others of you who that does not pertain to, and may not have a damn thing to do with you guys, that's fine. For those of you that are in a relationship that just don't know what direction to go, don't know how to find your way up, it's like you're under the water and can't breathe. For those of you that are still struggling, you need to write things down, start journaling things, make a plan, write down what you want, what you don't want. Speak with your partner, have that conversation. Find out what your partner wants, what they don't want. Find out what they expect from you, and let them know what you expect from them, or what you need, or what they need in the relationship. Nobody can play the guessing game. Nobody can read your mind. You can't read their mind on knowing what they want, whether it's in the bedroom, whether it's, just when you're out socializing, whether it's just when you're watching TV, whether it's, sports night, whatever. Whatever they need to do, they should share that with you. And whatever you need to do, you got to share it with your partner. There is hope. There is light. This can be fixed. It can be worked out if you two are willing to work together to find out the root cause of the problem and then try to resolve it. And resolve it respectfully with respect to each other's feelings and each other's opinions on the situation itself. For those of you who are not involved in a relationship, it is going to be a little while before you actually get into one. There will be flirts and things of that nature around you. However, some of them are harmless flirts, meaning they have no intentions behind them. And then there are, a couple people who are trying to get your attention, are complimenting you, are trying to take an interest in you. However, you're turning a cheek to them. You're turning the cheek, saying, I'm not ready for that. I'm involved in something right now, and I don't know where we stand. So I really can't move forward. So take your time to do that and figure things out. A lot of you have decided to pack up and move. Some of you are leaving. You're waiting for them to go to work on Monday. And while they leave to go to work, you're throwing everything in bags or whatever, and you're out. Maybe you and the kids, somebody's out. Somebody's going back to their family, to their parents' house somewhere to get away from the situation. Somebody's had enough of the verbal abuse, the physical abuse, the mental abuse. They can't take it. Some of you have somebody's been playing head games with you for quite some time about, just making you feel like shit so that they can feel good about what they're doing. So it makes them have an excuse to why they're cheating, why they're with somebody else, pretending that you're the bad guy when, in fact, you never were. You were never that bad person. They made some bad choices. Doesn't mean they're a bad person either, but they made bad choices. And those bad choices created circumstances and consequences. And now everybody involved pays the price for the consequences, for the choices that they made. So every choice that you have gets an action or a reaction. Every choice that you make is a consequence to it, good or bad, depending on your choice. But I trust and believe that you will reap what you sow, one way or the other. Karma is always involved. You don't have to invite it. It's always there, and it's waiting. And karma will come back and bite you in the ass, or bite your partner in the ass, whichever way that fits. As I say, my videos don't always fit for everyone. Take what does fit, and what doesn't, leave it behind for somebody else to grab it. But my messages for you today are that from now until the end of this month, there's going to be challenges in front of you. There's going to be conversations had. There's going to be choices made, decisions made. There's also going to be, some arguments. There are going to be some people who have the police called to their house to come and dissolve or defuse a situation. Somebody out there lost their dog. I don't know where your dog went. Somebody lost their dog, and it feels like somebody else might have took them in, or somebody else took them in their house and trying to keep that dog. But I feel like you will find out. So if you did lose your dog, seems like a black dog, maybe a lab. It's a black dog. Seems to be anywhere between 3 and 6 years old. But somebody lost a dog. I'm sorry about that. And you will find it. And it's okay. Anyway, let me get back to love and just tell you that there is new love coming for those of you who are not in a relationship. It is coming. It's coming slow. It's moving slow. We have July 28th, I think. I think there's an eclipse coming, July 28th. And there's also I think it's July 27th, maybe, is the full moon. Be ready with your wishes. Even with the eclipse, it's going to bring about a lot of changes. It's going to bring around, just like a tower moment sometimes, it's going to bring us some destruction. It's going to bring upheavals. It's going to bring all the shit that's been hidden to the surface. So pay attention. You won't have to really look hard for it. It'll fall right in front of you. When it's time for you to know what's going on, everything will be right in front of you for you to make that final decision, for you to see what's black and white, for you to see, that a spade's a spade. So pay attention, respect yourself, love yourself, and please don't hesitate to reach out to somebody if you need to talk. If you need to get away and you need a plan and you need to figure out how, maybe your partner takes the car in the morning and you want to leave and there's no vehicle there, make arrangements, call somebody, have a plan. Have a plan. And if you are dealing with domestic violence in your home, make sure outside somewhere, hidden, you have a set of keys, either to the car, you have an emergency bag packed and covered for shelter, so you have it covered with clothes or your kids' clothes or whatever in it in case you ever needed to run out that door. Make sure you have buy a cheap temporary cell phone, put it outside so that you'll have something to call the police on. Please take precautions. Look on the websites. You can Google all kind of information on how to get a safety plan together if you're in a situation that is not good, that is not safe. But most importantly, don't keep it to yourself. Tell somebody. Reach out. Tell somebody. Okay, so this will cover again from the middle of July to the end of July. And after that, I can tell you that starting August, changes will have been made, decisions will have been made, new beginnings will start. So that's where we'll pick up for August, okay? So hang in there, and remember, me and Grandma, we're always here for you.